Friends, welcome back to the iPhone app creation tutorial series. I don't know if you've realized, but we have 12 videos already in the library. I hope it has sincerely helped you in learning iPhone coding, and thank you for sticking along. We will continue our journey further, so go ahead and click on the Xcode icon from the toolbar. Open your project book tracker tutorial, and let's briefly run it to see where we left last time. Okay, so if you recall, we created a tab bar controller, which allows us to navigate between different functions. We have created different screens, shown you the segue property and how you can move between different functions. On the display, we created this table. So today what we will do is we'll do a few things. One, we will complete the exercise I gave you in the last class, which is having alternate row with different colors. And second, we will also try to have a selective query, which basically means showcasing only values based upon certain conditions. For example, go back to your ad book. You know that when you store a book, you also say that whether you have read or currently reading or to be read. So what we will do is we will display books accordingly. We'll show books which are already read or to be read or currently reading, so that we can showcase only the required one in the selective display view. A proper way of showing things which will be easy for the user to consume. Okay, so those are the two things I'm going to teach you today. So go ahead and stop the program, and let's first try to get a RGB selector. So it's a RGB color picker, and let's say I told in the last class there are multiple ways you can, there are multiple sites from where you can get color. Let's take a yellow color, maybe yellow color, this one, right? So let's make the shadow a little lighter now. 255, 255, 204. Go ahead and change that. 255, 255, 204. Let's quickly run. Should give you the yellow shade, at least soothing to the eyes. There you go. Now what we want to do, we want to make the alternate color different. To do that, you have to use a little bit of math. So these are all rows with a number, and this is 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're displaying 10 at a time, so it will show you 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10, and then the number starts again to repurpose the already created cell. This is because of DQ reusable cell, so that your app is faster. You're not creating variables in the memory more than what you're displaying, so it's done default by the program itself. So just to prove that concept, let's quickly print the index path. That's how you get the row, right? Row number, which will give you 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, and the counting will start again. So let's see if that is happening. See, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Number starts again. If you scroll this up, see the number prints again, 1, 0. So it's using the cells which are already here to repurpose them for new values. Okay. Now see the numbers changes. It uses the cells which you are repurposing, and that's how it always have only 10 cells in the memory, right? So the way the math will work is you have learned about even and odd numbers. So when it is even, you want a different color. When it is odd, you want a different color. And to find if a number is even or odd, you usually divide it by 2, and the remainder you check. If the remainder is 0, it's an even number. Remainder is odd, it's a odd number. Okay, or remainder is there, it's an odd number. Okay, so how do you find the remainder? So let's delete this. It says if index path dot row percentage is used to find the remainder. You say divide by 2 and give me the remainder, and if that remainder is equal to 0, then I know it's an even number. If it is not, it's an odd number. So once you've done that, we can pick the cell background color and put it in the even, and then you put the same cell color but with a different color. Let's say go back to the picker again. Let's say I want a little darker shadow, maybe this one, which is 255, 255, 153, 255, 255, 153, and run this again. Hopefully you'll get two different shadows based upon even and odd. Brilliant, right? So that's how you have beautified the table now. The next thing we want to do is we want to see that how we can query based upon the status of the book, right? So how do you achieve that? Stop this, go back to your main storyboard and go back to the display book view controller, which is this one, right? And this, what you do is there's an object known as segmented control. Segmented control allows you to put tabs on the top which you can click to get different values. So it says first and second. Go to the property of segmented control. There are two, make it three. So you have three values now. For the zero, if you come here, segmented 0, 0, it calls us first. I'll say reading. Books here already reading. We will take one. We will make it, let's say, to be read. Right? And then we'll take the third one, which is segment 2, 0, 1, 2, right? The third one. What is the third status we have? Reading, to be read, and already read, right? So read. Okay. The color, if you want, you can change it. Go to the background color of that. Let's take a yellow color, so the yellow matches with the table, and make it a little bigger, and you know the drill. You need to put the constraint. So object is selected, you say add missing constraint. Brilliant. So now quickly run this and see if it is coming up on the top, right? Perfect. While it is coming, it's doing nothing because we have not written any code. So first thing we need to do in event programming is when you are changing value, you want to trap that event, so that when that event is trapped, then you can query accordingly by saying, hey, get me all the books which are reading. So let's do the first thing first. We'll see that how to trap the value changed. You know that everything has an event, right? So you go to the segment control and go to your last connection inspector, the last property of the tab of the property window. Here you'll see something known as value change. Do you see it here? That's what we want to trap. You know how to do it? Split the screen. You know that this view controller is attached to display book view controller. That's where you're going to run all the code. Make it smaller. Pick this one. Pick the value and bring it back to the class. Let's say we'll do it right before table view. We will give it a name. Let's say segment, and it is value changed. I said value changed. I would say give me a segmented control, and sender is the argument. It will give me a segmented control and connect it. Exit out and see this event is here. Just to see if this event is getting called, I will print something. Let's say print hello for now, and this should print whenever I'm changing the value from the segmented control. So run this. So if I click on this, a print hello should come. This is the event I have captured. Bingo. If I click again, hello. So every time we change, this is called. Nice. So now that I have captured the event, how do I know which one I have trapped? So for that, I'm going to teach you something new today, which is how to use the past value. So we have not done this before, but you see that the sender is giving the value right here. So there are two ways to do it. One, you can create an outlet, and you can use the outlet value which you've done in the past, but this time I'll not use an outlet. I'll directly use what it is passing through the function, which is sender. So you can simply say sender dot something selected segment index. Let's print it. If you recall, it was 0, 1, and 2. It should give you that value. And let's try to run this. So it should give me, whenever I'm changing it, if I'm going on the second one, it should give me 1. This one should be 2. If I come back to the first one, it should give me 0. Okay, so we have the value. We know what is there. I know 0 means reading, 1 means currently reading, and 2 means to be read. I can use this to query my database. So why don't I give you that as an exercise? You know, there's a load record somewhere. Where is that gone? Yeah, this is a load records. I'm sorry. So in the load records right now, there is no condition. We're pulling everything out. Just try to explore a little bit more with the fetch request. I'll give you the hint. There's something known as predicate, which is a condition statement in a fetch request. If you can, NS predicate is the function in core data which allows you to put a condition. If you have done SQL query in your past life, it is like querying a database with SQL syntax, nothing different from that. If you have not, these are simple queries you can make to retrieve data based on condition. Just do some research on NS predicate and see how you can link it back to fetch request and get your values accordingly. So I'll leave you with that exercise. Thank you for stopping by and hope this was helpful.